Okay, so looks like we got here a 2009. It's going to be kind of a short tutorial because of the fact that I've already taken everything apart and I have the new part in hand that I'm going to be putting in, which is a latch, which was wrong with this particular vehicle. When the tailgate was no longer shutting, we would go ahead and press this button right here and it would come down like normal, make the beeping sound as if it was hitting something, and go ahead and push itself out about 3 inches or so. It was usually an indicator that I was thinking had to do with the sensory system, but that is not the case. And the fastest way I could have found out, which is going to save you some time without taking any of this off, you could have found out by looking at the latch itself. Oh my goodness, because I don't have it bolted in. Proof I don't edit these. Okay, so by the looks of this latch, you're able to just push up and you hear all that and it actually locks. Good indicator. Then you can just go ahead and use the emergency, pushes in and up. When you do that, you activate the cable, which then releases it to a day out position. When I tried to do that with this one, plugged in or not plugged in, you push down, no locking. It just springs right back up. Now, when this is not plugged in, it will also lock, and you use the same idea where you use the cable release to release it out as a test to make sure that it does work. And the only other caveat to that is this plug that plugs in right here. If that you're able to have it plugged in and it doesn't latch, but then you're able to unplug it and it does, means that you then have an electrical issue here, causing the relay, internal relay in the system here, to continuously try to unlatch it. And then that's an electrical issue, and hopefully I never have to do a video for that. But that's just kind of a quick thing to show you how busted latch system versus one that operates, the difference between the two. And I'm gonna go ahead, and since I haven't pulled all these panels apart, I'm not gonna put them all back on and pull them back off just for this video, but I'll show you some of the tools that I did use to remove it with. Again, Harbor Freight's your best friend, right? I was able to buy this little plastic tool set. You usually find it all where the trim tools are at. And this one is a separate one that I also purchased at Harbor Freight. I want to say total, I think I didn't even spend 20 bucks on everything. I'm talking maybe like 8 bucks or something for that, and then maybe about another 5 for this. But this little job right here, you're able to wedge the blade end in here, push, and it's got like a pulls right out. Works great for these kinds of deals. And as you can see, this is the bottom section. Has a whole bunch of these little yellow guys, and they correspond to all of these holes that you're going to find all through here, and it simply just pulls out. But the first panel you're going to want to take off is here at the very top. You've got these clips right here that correspond to this piece right here. That'd be the very first one that you end up taking off. And when that pulls straight out, just like that, with all of these corresponding clips that would go to these slots, after you pull that out, there are these side panels here. They have just one, but they got this hasp that would go into the panel that would have been here, and then the one clip going down into here. That section right there would be free after you remove that first piece. So this piece 1, 2, and 3, and then dealing with this bottom section, there's a section that goes right here, the part that the business end that we deal with all the time. This bad boy right here, it has a switch and the handles and all that neat stuff. That would normally be right up on here. And this one is kind of unusual in the sense that when you go to pull it, you're not pulling from this side, you're actually pulling from back here where these tabs are at. As you can see, the bottom is got hooks that hook into the actual panel itself over here. And so if you try to pull from this end out, that would end up breaking these little deals. So you got to pull from this end out, and that will pull these little silver tabs that you see right here right on into your hand. This is where the switch is at. You simply just push it the other direction, pops right out. You can unplug the connector if you wish, but usually it comes out pretty peacefully and you can slide it out sideways. 3 T30s right here is actually what holds this deal in. Real simple. And like I was showing before, one simple connector here, don't even need any tools. It's one of these pinch and pulls. Comes right out there, that little white connector right there. The cable just free rolls all through here and just rolls all the way back till it comes out this hole, and then connects to this one clip. Kind of just guides right here. And to put it in, if you're familiar with these types of systems, you just slip the ball into this little joint and turn the cable around like so. Real easy. Like that. And do the one-handed version. Just kind of wiggle it. There you go. There it goes. And then this black plastic piece snaps into place like so. So, relatively easy to do all of that. And well, I'll show you what she works like when it's done. Oh yeah, one more thing. The cable, when you go to run it, it's got 3 of these little foamy deals here on here. 2 of them are just gonna hang out inside of this cavity in here, and that just keeps it from rattling. But that last one, that 3rd one, let's go ahead and push that bad boy right through here, just like that. Kind of keeps it from rubbing against both the panel and rubbing against any of this metal right here. So that'll just stay just like that. The other 2, just anywhere where it was you feel that it's gonna hit the panel on the inside, the metal panel, just kind of just slide them around until they're not hitting anything. Just kind of like a bonus deal. All right. So before we put the panels on, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a test run. I went ahead and actually installed these 3 connectors. I'm sorry, these 3 fasteners, and then the little white connector here, and then the cable, of course, is attached. And this little guy, we're just gonna go ahead and, for the purposes of testing, we're just gonna kind of slide him in here so he's out of the way, and we're gonna press that hatch button. We're gonna actually press it. There you go. Well, I guess we gotta get my hand out of the way. I promise that's a lot quieter than it was towards the end of its life. And up she goes. And right back to the original height. Alright, so this panel, when we were talking about with all the orange clips, just goes straight on. Straight on. Just get all the holes matched up with the holes that their corresponding holes are supposed to go into. Do not forget to attach the connector for that, which I have nicely tucked up in there. Sure, it'd be frustrating, you have to pull that whole thing back because you forgot to attach your light. Incidentally, went ahead with these yellow clips first and got the ones that are on this edge done first, just to kind of get it held up. Reason being, because if you take a look from the inside, you'll see these little metal clips. They go onto these tabs right here. I mean, can kind of be a monster if you're trying to start there. It's usually a good idea to go ahead and start with the yellow clips, work your way from the bottom to the top. Alright, so now I'm doing all that. Got all of that up there. A lot of banging around and stuff that goes on, and just kind of ensuring that it's all together. Got a little piece of trim right here. Goes on. That thing just kind of slides into place. Let's see, kind of go with the hole like this. I usually actually pull the thing up. It goes right into place like so, and then you just push down. Simply, right? Because it's always simple. Okay, now that those pieces are on, just like I was saying before, these side pieces go next. Some tabs here, tab and slot kind of deal. They just kind of hook right in. Like I always say, simply. Never a problem, of course. And then the one metal tab, single metal tab, that's going to go over to here. Save you the pain of watching me do both. These two slots go in here, snaps in, same thing, dyslexic version for this side, boom, in. Time to put that last piece in there. And again, 5 slots, 5 clips. And just like that, all those pieces are in. Now it's time to put the final piece back in. Now again, the sensor hole, it's keyed. It'll only go one way, so you can't mess that one up. And of course, like I said before, just kind of slide that bugger in sideways, like so. Then you have to disconnect it. And then do remember, there are these hooks that go in on this end first. So you'll be hooking it in on this side, hook it down, and then slap it in on top. Alright, and again, hooked in at the bottom, then pushed in up the top. 5 clips all in there. This little bad boy, slide it in, just pushes right in just like that. Click, just like that. Easy cheesy. Well, of course, right when I'm trying to demonstrate it, right? And down she goes. Well, I hope you found this video useful. Hope you learned something. I know I always do.